All the Saudi businessmen look towards the entrance ramp as the New Day come out and go, "What the fuck are these?"
What's this and what's that? And what are they throwing?
Hello and welcome back to the only wrestling podcast that exclusively rebooks, reviews and reimagines the works of wrestling's past. We are Better Call Creative, and as ever I am joined to my left by the Crown Prince of Christmas himself. Ooh. It's Jack Chance.
Hello.
And it's the Saudi Santa, it's Sam Chance.
Hello.
And I am your host, run out of puns, it's Christmas, Ben Chance. Hello. And yes, we are doing a traditional Christmas episode, which has nothing to do with Christmas. Have you enjoyed checking out Crown Jewel 2018?
Good Lord, no.
It's very...
I thought we'd already done this, but we've done
a match.
Well, I know we've done a match, but I thought we did the whole show, but then I realised it's a different Saudi one we've done, isn't it?
I don't know that we've ever done a full Saudi show.
I thought we had, because I'm sure I remember seeing the New Day in a tag title match.
Possibly, maybe we have.
Because I was thinking all of these
the
just blend together after a bit.
Oh, God, these Saudi shows.
Well, we've definitely done one.
Have we done
we
one?
do the Brock Ricochet one.
Yeah,
and the
2020. Was that Super Showdown?
Yes, we did. We did do
just the Fiend Goldberg.
Fiend Goldberg, yeah, because we got the. I remember the artwork for it. Yeah, okay. They are pretty awful. Jack, you would have watched it when it happened, probably.
I did, yes.
I'm pretty sure I'd watched all this as well.
I think I did. I think when I come down,
I think this is probably the time where I gave up.
You've got to watch this, eh? Yeah, it's legendary.
It's pretty awful.
Legends rise!
But we'll get on to why.
Oh, don't you get that?
We'll get on to it. Was it not?
Yeah.
They didn't have a theme, did it?
I thought that they had it for the Greatest Rumble, which was the first one before this.
They'd probably have dang, 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 dang.
Tiger Alice.
That would have been my theme for it. But we are going back to the 2nd of November 2018, and the UK and Australian number ones was Shallow by Lady Gaga.
Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper.
I'm going to say Shaggy.
Shaggy. Don't worry, you won't have a clue of one of them that's coming up. You might have heard of the band Maroon 5.
Yeah.
They were the US number one with Girls Like You.
Oh yeah, I know that one.
It's with Cardi B. No, I don't know. Yeah, I can't. Well, you. I don't know. I'm looking at you.
I don't know.
And yeah.
Oh, we did the middle of the good round.
Yeah,
oh, I saw pictures.
Well,
I don't pay attention.
You definitely don't know Kodak Black. He was number one.
Have you? I think he's a hippity hop.
Yeah, hippity hop.
Is it Canberra?
Yeah. ZZ. He released
ZZ Top.
ZZ, yeah.
Never heard.
And they were the Canadian. Well, that was the Canadian number one.
Oh, Canada let us down.
All the time. Canada is pretty awful. If it's not Bryan Adams, then shit.
If you don't pick it up, we'll strike you off the list and pick someone else.
I'll start doing the Germans. It'll be like the Six Nations. This will Georgia will replace you.
No, it'll just be Kraftwerk. You just pick the German.
Box office. Bohemian Rhapsody was topping the box office. Have you seen Bohemian Rhapsody? No. You have,
I have indeed. Yeah.
Yes. And it's a game that you would have played as well. I'm pretty sure I've wrote it down because I'm sure I saw you play it. Released the day before was Mutant Football League.
Oh yes, I have it in my collection.
There you go. Is it any good?
Yes, I enjoy it. It's
Yeah.
very good.
Looks quite quirky.
Oh, easy.
Yeah. We did try and forget the day before, though, because DJ Campbell and Hull City beat West Bromwich Albion 1-0.
DJ Campbell still exists.
She still did. Liverpool that season lost one game and finished second. Which
Was this the
remarkable.
one?
But it wasn't. No, it wasn't the day. But you did drop points. You drew 1-1 with Arsenal.
Oh, that's all right. There. I was expecting Watford.
Well, you only dropped three. You only dropped points in 3 games before Christmas.
Yeah. I
That
remember
season.
that run.
Yeah, and we still don't win the bloody
We
league.
still didn't win the league.
Bastards.
Yeah. Liverpool all over, that is, isn't it?
Yeah.
But we're heading to Saudi Arabia, where I'm sure there are plentiful Liverpool tops.
Night. There lies a treasure sought by the strong. Tonight, there lies a treasure sought by the strong, the daring, and the relentless. But on this night, who will be worthy of becoming champion?
There's only one worthy of the honor of being Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar! I'm bringing the Universal Championship back to Raw! Lesnar's gonna get these hands!
Worthy of being the best in the world.
4 men from Monday Night Raw, 4 men from SmackDown Live.
The first ever WWE World Cup.
A truly elite class competing to be crowned the best in the world.
Worthy of a golden opportunity.
In our final chapter, you are left gasping on the ground, and I am finally raising the WWE Championship.
No matter what happens tonight, I will walk out WWE Champion.
Are you ready?
Worthy of cementing their legacy.
Triple H may have won a battle, but he started a war.
Oh my God!
The Brothers of Destruction reunite to unleash hell on Generation X for the first time ever.
We never thought it would happen. D-Generation X versus the Brothers of Destruction.
Rest you in peace.
And we are told tonight there lies a treasure sought by the strong, by the daring, and by the old. No, by the relentless, sorry. We build up to Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman for the vacant Universal Champion. This is when Roman's pulled it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said he wouldn't do anyway, apparently, because of everything that happened.
Political reasons. I love how there's certain people who've got enough political sway to say, I ain't going, and then others, you're going.
Jeff, get on that plane.
I'm surprised they let Jeff in the country, to be honest, with how he looks.
The 8-man tournament for the World Cup, which was a 16-man, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah, I did look at the qualifiers.
Well, you can let us know.
I didn't
who,
watch him. I
know you
had to look at the matches.
Sam, I'm surprised.
show.
I'm surprised you watched the show. So, I didn't expect you to be watching no random 2018 SmackDown. Samoa Joe challenging AJ Styles, and then a historic first time ever main event between DX and the Brothers of Destruction. 50 years and above only. That's the clubhouse. That's what it says.
You must be 50 and old.
It's the first ever Crown Jewel. Is it Crown Jewel at time of recording that is coming up next?
Yeah.
So it is like a
The
standard.
November's Crown Jewel and the February's Super Showdown.
Or Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, those I do change it sometimes.
Super
Yeah, or Night of
Showdown was in
Champions as well.
Aussie land board it once as well.
Yeah, the
That
one
was the
before,
one before this,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's Australia too. Nah.
Yeah, we don't want the rematch. Jesus Christ. I mean, the best of it is, look, they've paid the money here, right? They've got him over. What the hell? First of all, what the fuck is going on around ringside? Like, there's big fuck off brown
Walking
seats.
around.
And they're just all having a wander around.
They're doing business.
Theme park.
It's fucking amazing. But
Where should we have this meeting? I will meet you front row for the WWE Crown Jewel.
It's just it's
We will discuss this merger.
it is remarkable. But we do have a host for the evening. It is a red and yellow host. It is
This is
Hulk
the first one back.
Hogan. Is it that
It's
why you
the-
referenced it's good to be back in the WWE, brother?
Yeah.
It's good to know they forgot I was a racist, brother.
That's why I can
Get away with it over here, brother.
Thank you for taking my heat, Saudi Arabia. Yes, he does put over. His 4-year title reign is put over, which I think is probably the next target for Roman, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that next on the list?
That's next.
I think
yeah.
that's the
So
next on the list.
It's the fourth overall. then.
Yeah.
Mm. Hogan addresses.
It wouldn't surprise me if they keep the belt on him just to spite Hogan and say,
Belt,
Would he have to go through Mania then?
Yeah, he'd have to go through, mate. It's sort of
probably
like another
another
year or
Mania.
something.
I think it's 4 years, so by
He'd
this
be
time
going
it'd be
up to
2020, and I think it was about 2020 when he
August
won it,
2020, he won it today. So,
Oh, actually, it's probably the end of next year. Then he'd have to go. I can't see him. But I can't believe they're going to keep him on him again. We're kind of on it.
well, Hogan has to then
Anyway,
Well, let me tell you something, brother. You know something, Maniacs? It feels so good to be out here in front of the whole WWE Universe and to be out here with all my stark Raven Hulkamaniacs, brother. But you know what even feels better is after I climbed on that huge jumbo 747 jet, flew halfway across the world and landed here, I found out that the power of Hulkamania and the power of my Hulkamaniacs was stronger than ever right here at the Crown Jewel, Jack. It's great to see you guys. It's awesome to be here back in the WWE. It's unbelievable to be your host tonight. And guess what, Maniacs? The show starts right now. So what you gonna do when the power of Hulkamania and the Crown Jewel run wild on you, brother?
Hogan addresses the Arab businessman in the crowd who aren't excited, as the children. He puts over how great it feels to be here tonight. His Hulkamaniacs are stronger than ever in Crown Jewel, Jack. He said it straight to you.
I remember seeing this and looking at his clearly fake hair that's being held by his bandana.
And he don't look like Hulk with them stupid tattoos all over his body. He has
It's TNA.
Yeah, he could have left him in the 2000s. We didn't need to see him again.
Yeah.
Bit of lip service, nothing really relevant. It just basically says we're going to start the show now.
Yeah.
I mean,
all the way out here.
it just seems like an absolute waste of time.
It's just a way of WWE getting around hiring Hogan, showing we've rehired him, but we won't get any backlash because people already hate the show anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly. They'll be more annoyed at the main event.
What's one more turd in a pile of turds?
It is the. That's true. Yeah, that's very poetic, so that is.
Exactly.
That's the opening
It
poem.
still stinks.
There's the artwork.
The very first, but probably not the last bit of fireworks show goes off. And before we can start, we have to introduce him. It's the Saudi Prince, who looks like he needs a good sleep first of all. But he just does a little pat of his heart.
I think he's having an heart attack. Turk something, you know.
Yeah.
Turk.
He looked so disinterested to be there.
What have I bought?
Oh God! I mean, why they put
Can we
that
buy
on the show?
Ronaldo yet?
Why they put that on the show is beyond me. Why do we need to see that? Just do it at the arena. You don't need to announce it on the TV.
Weird.
Renee Young, Corey Graves, and Michael Cole.
There's a woman. There's a woman.
And they not had a
wild
woman's
woman
match
appeared.
at this point yet.
No,
So this is the first sort of female and
Who's
Yeah.
working, yeah.
who's working.
Yeah.
And then they introduce
Cover
us to the Saudi, or is it the Arabian or Arabic
The Arabic
team.
announce table.
I love the name. Sultan, Faisal,
Sultan
and
Gira.
Jude. Yeah.
Sultan Gira was there.
No, Sultan. Not Sultan. Sultan.
Sultan
Gira. We see the brackets for tonight's World Cup, which features a massive 2 nationalities. I do like the fact that they run down the accolades on the first quarterfinals. That's about all I like of this whole tournament. But yeah, we do get to see who's in it. And our opener is a Mexican. It's Rey Mysterio who opens the show.
Truly a World Cup.
Yeah, just like WCW days. And Randy Orton gets his big build and a ring walk, and we are off and running in our opening contest, which is Raw side of the bracket.
SmackDown. This is
SmackDown side of the bracket.
First 2 SmackDown and the next
Last 2 on Raw.
We do get a 619 chant from the Saudi children. That's probably the last chant we will have for the rest of the night, which Ray does enjoy, but Orton does not. Is Orton a heel or a face or
He's
a tweet?
He'd just come off his feud with Jeff, hadn't he? Hell in a Cell with his weird ear thing.
Okay. Orton shows his power early on, and after taking some kicks, hits a drop kick on a springboard attempt by Rey Mysterio. Ray is hung on the top rope from a suplex, and Orton now starts laying in stomps, plays heel to the crowd. He does try and remove Ray's mask on the top turnbuckle, but Ray fights back, hits a sit-out from the top, and then slingshots into a bulldog for a 2. Ray then leads the 619 chants and hits a step-up in Zaguri. Orton counters Mysterio before hitting vintage Randy Orton. And then Orton sizes up Ray for an RKO, but Ray manages to roll it up and steal a win at about 5 minutes, something like that.
Pretty quick.
Thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't even say it's a house show match because it obviously would have been longer. It's paid by numbers, nothing special, nothing wrong.
First round tournament match.
Ray wins.
Lol.
Nothing, not lol. Nothing particularly bad, but nothing that you're going to remember by, the start of the next match, really.
Yeah, I just put exactly the same. Very short, nothing special, but it was fine. I do like Orton and Ray as a pairing.
Yeah, they do work well together. It's the right match to start with.
And I do like, the viciousness of Orton and the pluckiness of Ray. That sort of blends in. But, I mean, just spoiler alert in terms of where I'm going with my rebooking. I don't quite understand why you need to have a 4-hour pay-per-view and have guarantee that 4 of your mid-cards are going to lose very quickly. You know what I mean? If it was King of the Ring, maybe. If there was proper stakes or reasons.
The World Cup?
That's my point. I don't quite understand. It don't lead to anything. It's just pointless.
It's the World Cup.
Well, we know
you
where
just
it leads
want
to, and it is
the
pointless.
bloody mountain trophy there.
If it was a twat.
Well, take us there. You should defend it.
Maybe you
Maybe that should go, you left this. Here you go.
I didn't dislike the match. I just disliked the fact that it's 4 hours. Yeah, I guess that.
Yeah, I really liked the match. It was the right match to start with, and apparently Rey Mysterio will come back to WWE for this World Cup. Now, you see it in his promo.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
I didn't realise he'd only just come back then. He hadn't just come back in. Because he'd been in AEW, wasn't he?
He was in the Rumble and then the Greatest Rumble. I think
he was at that all in, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was at All In. Yeah.
Was he in the main event?
Yeah, the 6-man tag.
He was dressed as Wolverine. Yeah.
Backstage, Miz is interviewed. He's asked how he's feeling. I mean, he's true Johnny Cage at this point, isn't he? This is his Johnny Cage face.
Is he downloadable on Mortal Kombat 1?
He might be, you never know.
Well, Jean-Claude Van Damme is.
Yeah. Miz versus John Cena in Mortal Kombat. Miz says there is nothing to stop him proving he is the best in the world, and he feels awesome. Very good. We get the ring walks for our next match. It's Jeff Hardy versus The Miz.
Oh, did you hear his promo, Jeff Hardy?
The little inset one.
The inset one?
I
just looked and I thought, what?
And I always try with Jeff to get him to do these promos and talk, and I always think, you're better off just not saying anything.
Yeah, really cool. It's like he was... I don't know what his point was.
He's always been a really weak promo.
What is your point, Jeff?
That was what
bothered you. He didn't even mention the World Cup or anything.
Well, I didn't even make notes. It was that irrelevant to me. I was
perplexed. I was perplexed by you.
Yeah, it is a bit odd.
He is a bit perplexing.
He is a very perplexing person. Miz plays house show with a shoulder tackle and a taunt.
It's very quiet, eh?
It just feels like a
I
house
think
show.
it's because obviously all the prince and all the the rich people are around the front, and then all the actual fans
Right,
are
oh God, yeah.
don't mix with the
I was
rich.
going to say, because
Mic them up.
you heard slight chants, but it's
Yeah, we definitely weren't from the bloody Arabs at ringside, I tell you that much.
Turk war bothered. He's having a heart attack.
He's already gone home. Jeff manages to get some offense with a hip toss and a roll up on Miz after he teases the skull crushing finale. Every time I'm going to have to shorten that because it just annoys me when I have to write every fucking word.
Just say skull thing.
Press the F.
Yes, yeah. They're having a sale on.
They're probably closed down.
Jeff sends Miz face first into the 3 turnbuckle pads. It does look quite weak, but Miz blocks a dropkick attempt in the corner. Miz hits a backbreaker, neckbreaker combo for a 2. I've just put it here, these shows are so weird. There's big brown armchairs everywhere, Ricky's on the hard cam, running around, doing whatever they want. Then we see a series of corner drop kicks, and then Jeff explodes out the corner with a clothesline. Jeff then goes through his hits. He hits his double leg drop to the balls for a 2. Whisper in the wind. He does nearly miss it, to be fair, but Miz manages to cover it. Miz works the leg of Jeff briefly, but he's rolled up for a 2 on a figure 4 attempt. There's a baseball slide to the outside, so this allows Jeff to do his tightrope walk around the guardrail. Miz suckers in Jeff, tries to steal a win with his feet on the ropes, but he's caught. Jeff goes for the twist of fate, but that is reversed into the SCF. And get your sail on. Miz has won and is through to the semi-finals. Sam, thoughts on that?
It was okay, but I found this a bit boring, this match.
I thought it was quite flat. I mean, I think the problem is anyway, Jeff Hardy really needs reaction. He's good at what he does, but he is all about reaction.
Well, he kept trying to do the thing for the crowd, and it's just like...
He was working spots, wasn't he? That was what he was doing, and then no one was fucking reacting, so... Miz is probably as good as he's ever been at that point, I think, in 2018, and he does show throughout, but this is probably the weakest of his 2 and a bit matches that he has. Yeah?
Yeah, all right. I mean, even though it was short, it was probably a bit too long.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
A bit weird,
really,
when it's only like 7 minutes or something.
Yeah.
You could have probably shaved 2 or 3 minutes off it.
Yeah.
But the right winner, I think, does more for me. Jeff can lose and take it away too busy.
No. So there's no let up. Seth Rollins, the IC champion, is out to...
tag champ, apparently.
Yeah, well, I've referenced that because they talk about it. He's champs with Ambrose, isn't he?
Yeah, and this one Ambrose just turned, I think.
Oh, Ambrose.
Well, they win the belts and he turns straight away in the celebration.
Yeah, it was on the same Raw as...
With the belt. So they've just won the belts.
They win the belts from Dolph and Drew on the Raw that Roman announces that he's got leukemia, and then immediately after he wins the belts, he drops him with a paradigm shift, or whatever it was called.
What was the justification storyline-wise, anyway?
Well, I don't know, because at one point he was getting shots in his arm because people...
In his arse.
And he had the gas mask.
Yeah,
people stink.
He predicted the pandemic.
I don't know what I don't really think they knew. They just wanted a shock because of the robot.
And then he just realised, I think
they probably
bed him a face in.
I think
I was going to say he's only got about a year left.
Yeah, I think.
I think they probably always had in the minds they're going to turn him heel. But
This is only run as a heel, apart from when he was with the Shield.
Yeah. Once he turned face, he never turned heel again.
Yeah, he was the goofy one.
It's amazing they didn't see him as a heel, because he's quite a heel.
Yeah.
Well, certainly in the world of WWE, he is a heel.
Yeah.
There's definitely no doubt about that.
I agree with that.
It is strange. Seth gives us an inset promo. He's quite sombre about Roman Reigns. Well, just in general, I suppose he's lost his friends. Is the thing that we're being told.
I got 2 belts.
Leo Rush is out as the hype man for Bobby Lashley, who's got a headband.
No bending over, showing your arse here.
No.
How can a headband make you look so much worse?
It does. It makes him look jobbery.
TNA, Bobby's coming out.
It's totally right.
Get that headband off.
Quickly, Bobby establishes the power spot. He hits a huge one-handed spine buster for a 2. Now, look, I'm not going to criticise... Well, I am going to criticise it, Renee Young is awful.
Oh yeah,
she's fucking awful.
She's shit.
I ain't having it. I don't understand how she ever got to the point. I mean, I didn't see her. Was she on NXT originally?
She did do some announcing on NXT, but not loads.
She was mainly the backstage.
I feel that she's done a disservice to any future women commentators because she's fucking awful. She really is awful.
Terrible.
All she does is go, whoa! Now, I don't know whether that's because Vince constantly tells Cole to constantly overtalk her.
Yeah, well, Cole talks a lot.
Yeah, you can tell some of the lines are so fucking Vince. It's unbelievable. But yeah, there was that when he hit, and it was impressive, that on Andy's Spinebuster. And it was the first time I remembered that she was on commentary. We go into a sort of camel
You've
clutch.
said one thing and I'm already annoyed
But
at you.
she is awful. She is really awful.
Terrible.
Bobby remains dominant. There's a series of face plants in the corner as the crowd sort of murmur, I suppose is the best word.
Whoa! Shut up, Renee!
It's just the echo from Renee.
The arena's so big.
There's a big neck breaker by Lashley for a 2. Lashley now locks in a full Nelson and hits a flatliner. Rollins fights out of a suplex attempt and clotheslines Lashley out to the outside, and that knocks off his headband. That would have been cheering. Big suicide dive twice, but Rollins sells his neck. He's sort of selling his neck here, isn't he? That's the thread throughout the night for him. Both men brawl in the corner. It ends with a spear to the back of Rollins. A Dominator is teased, but Rollins escapes, rolls up, and out of nowhere stomps Bobby Lashley down for the 3. Jack?
I don't think I like him winning with a stomp. I think I would have preferred a roll up on Bobby.
The problem is they've done that with the Orton, and this is what.
That's the issue.
This is the thing that I have, and the problem, because I agree with you, I don't like him losing, and at this point, you know, Bobby Lashley, if you know where you're going with your title, Bobby Lashley is closer to being able to feud. Although I think Rollins is the one who takes the belt off him.
Yeah, I think. Does Lashley take the IC off set?
Dean takes the IC off set.
And then I think Lashley might beat him then, because Lashley's champion into Mania against Finn, ain't he?
Well, Seth probably wins it back there.
This period is awful. It's absolutely awful. But really, 2018 is a bad year.
And 2019.
And 2020.
Oh, wrestling shit!
Get XPW back, for God's sake.
Oh, God, no, let's not get that.
But this is the problem I put here. It's another padded match, and you've now got losses to Orton, Hardy, and Lashley, all of which could easily be slotted in as a main eventer, because there is no fucking main event in this company at all. No one feels any other than the one who wins the title later on. Everyone else, you could replace Joe and AJ with this match for that belt, and no one would know any difference.
No established main event and upper mid-card, mid-card. Well, that's the trope of modern wrestling anyway, I think.
Yeah, I think it's less so, though, in WWE. I think they've done, they've got away from that a little bit better. And I think the reason why it's better to do that is because they've established the secondary titles a bit more. Yeah. Which is better. But, I thought the match was okay. Sorry, I stole your thunder. What was your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, it was okay, yeah. I don't mind anything that they did, but I don't like the fact that Bobby, who's a big monster sort of heel, is losing to the stomp in 8 minutes of a throwaway tournament match.
So I don't mind the match. I quite like the contrast in the styles and stuff. I was offended about Bobby Lashley losing because I always see these Saudi shows as Elseworld stories.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Because it's just like no one really cares what happens. What happens in Saudi stays in Saudi.
Yeah, that's true. That's the problem, isn't it? That sometimes they come back and there's a different champ. What the fuck?
Well, you can't get away from that.
Goldberg, what's the hell?
Yeah. I could have got away from that, but I didn't.
Should have been. Kurt Angle cuts a short promo. He's going to prove that he's still the best in the world. You're not, Kurt.
Come on.
I was going to say something on this. Byron Saxton, when he introduces him, and he says to him, he goes, in your day, you probably were the best in the world. And I answer good, but look at the state of you now.
Now you look like a sausage.
Look at you now. Jesus Christ, Kurt. This is sad. Have we watched this already?
I like Kurt, but he's just broken down and his voice just completely busted.
Have a rest, mate.
You can listen to alternate commentary for this in our Kurt Angle retirement. Is that what we called it?
Yeah, the Kurt Angle retirement.
In our archives. But it is Kurt Angle versus Dolph Ziggler, who has a partner. Is he?
He dressed up in a gold
bodyguard. Are they doing Diesel Shawn? Is that basically
what Diesel Shawn?
Did you see the thing in the background? It was Ali Morris, where they was doing the promo from the Dolph and Drew. The dressing room.
Yep.
Ali,
the main.
They're the main team. They are.
Well, they're one of the main four.
I think they've won the Was Robbie Fowler putting his gear?
No, he's on one that isn't funded. That's why they can get rid of him. Who hired Robbie Fowler?
So we get our ring walks. As you say, Dolph does an inset promo with his partner Drew McIntyre, and we go straight into the match and the mat because the opener is quite a lot of mat work. Both men trying to get the advantage. Dolph locks in a side headlock, but he's caught with a belly-to-belly throw by Angle. A release German follows, and Angle is in total control with another until Dolph grips the ropes, blocking a third. Angle just decides to try and kill Dolph by doing one to the outside. Desperately holds on.
It's never worked.
No. Angle is,
I'd be more worried for you.
Yeah. I don't think you'd get up, Kurt, to be honest. He's sent viciously into the steel steps, and a sleeper hold is locked in as Angle waves his arms, trying to get this Saudi crowd to give a shit. Eventually, Angle breaks out the hold and hits three captured German suplexes for a 2 count. Dolph avoids an Angle slam, hits his rotating spike DDT for 2. Angle slam is hit, but only manages a 2. Dolph avoids an ankle lock, hits a Fameasser for a 2. There's a short sequence that does end with Angle locking in the ankle lock. Finally, Dolph breaks that hold, sending Angle into the ring post and hits his zigzag. It's enough. I just love how Kurt sells it just by looking like I'm fucking bored here, like completely eyes open, staring at the Saturday night sky.
Can't do it anymore.
It's time I retired. Shit, Jack.
I mean, it's all right. Bless Dolph, he worked his arse off for Kurt.
He did. He worked so hard.
Yeah.
And they've gone quite long for what Kurt can do, and say, he's only going to wrestle that. Yeah, come back out. Jesus Christ. So I think Dolph did really well, to be fair, to make Kurt look like close to not close, but anywhere near what he was before.
Yeah.
So it was a decent match, and Dolph winning with his finishes the right way as well.
Totally, yeah.
It was bad. It's just sad to see Kurt in this state.
Yeah. You might be saying that again later on.
I've just got one phrase for that, and think you'll enjoy it.
I just thought it did covered for Angle's limitations really well, and probably showed Dolph as one of the best wrestlers in the world without a doubt. He is so good at what he does. It does put over Dolph, which is the right thing, but again, I can't help but feel we're 1 hour in and now we're about to start the show because it just feels like everything that's happened so irrelevant, really.
I think it's difficult with tournaments when you have the quarters on the show. It's almost better to just do the semis and the final.
I wouldn't mind, but I think you've got to make it when they used to do it in King of the Ring. It was the King of the Ring. Yeah, this wasn't called Saudi World Cup, was it? You know what I mean? So. All the Saudi businessmen look towards the entrance ramp as the New Day come out and go, "What the fuck are these?
What's this and what's that? And what are they throwing?"
I mean, what the fuck?
What have we bought? Get Vince on the phone.
They are the most opposite of those Saudi businessmen. You've got them out here, standing on a crane, throwing pancakes at our children. What the fuck is going on?
We don't have magic carpets here.
I know, that made me laugh, yeah. Oh, Prince Ali. Yeah, it is a good entrance, but it's
Nothing like stereo.
It's very slow.
Slow, that is the issue with this. Like, it's just really slow.
I thought
Lobbing pancakes out the smoke. So what the fuck is going on?
that thing just keep looping.
But after we get the Bar's entrance, which is always lovely, I do like the Bar, really good tag team. The nice, beautiful surprise.
He was with them at this point.
What a trio! What a
When they do
fucking
the
trio!
recap, that is where he joined them.
Yeah, the last
Like 3
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Something like that.
They won the belts because of him,
Yeah.
didn't they?
That's amazing, ain't that?
Oh, I fucking love that trio.
Where?
That's such a good trio. I don't know
We need
why.
something for Big Show.
I know, but Big Show's fucked at this point. Like, you see it as he's walking and his knees are coming inwards.
It's when he's getting out the ring.
Oh, for the
Start match,
finish.
and no, at the start of the match, and he has to slide under
Into
the
the
rope.
rope. Yeah, he's fucked. He's
Can't lift my leg.
Yeah, he's absolutely and utterly fucked. But he's brilliant. Oh, I love him. I love the fact that Cesaro was singing the Big Show's theme as he was walking down as well. Which is great.
Maybe it was actually him singing it. You don't know.
I just think that what a trio. What an absolute
And
trio.
2 of them in
Amazing.
AEW if Sheamus don't
Well,
sign a
you never know.
contract.
You never
There
know.
you go.
Get the band back together.
Come on, that's the new Blackpool Combat Club.
So it's for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. We know that because they're blue. The Big E and Sheamus start us off. Kofi is the partner of Big E. They still have the Freebird rule. Don't they? Does that mean
Big Show could have
Big Show's a tag champ. Sheamus and Big Show.
Oh dear. Big E shocks Sheamus with his power and clotheslines him down before Kofi hits a double stomp to the arm of Sheamus. Kofi dances to the trumpet being played as after being flipped through a monkey flip. He wins the belt, doesn't he? Not long after this, Kofi.
The following Mania.
Yeah.
At Mania coming up.
Yeah, for 5 months.
Kofi Mania.
Who'd
And
have
then you
thought
look
that?
at this.
You would not have thought it, because I'd have thought it'd be Big Show Mania.
I
Really.
mean, imagine the Saudis though. They ain't seen anything until they come back. What the fuck?
The guy with the pancakes.
What a great!
Gave him the belt. Vince.
Nice spot that leads to a crossbody by Kofi for a 2, but he eats a massive European uppercut by Cesaro. In the heel corners, Show joins in the heel work as Kofi is isolated. So Kofi starts chopping his way to try and reach Big E in the corner. He's stopped though and sent back into the heel corner. Cesaro is so strong. I mean, he's got to be as strong a wrestler as there is. He just ragdolls him
I
down.
think I do so. He's one of the strongest.
He looks like a rugby player, doesn't he? That's the thing. You can tell how much.
That's what Vince gave him as his gimmick.
Yeah, and I think he actually did. I think he did play.
He played rugby.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't know
that's
if it was
typical
legal.
Vince, isn't it? That you can't say anything around him, can you? You could not say it. You'd say, "Oh, Vince, I want to say shit." Oh, there you coming out, you big fucking diarrhea boy.
Shit, man!
You can't say anything to him. That's what Scott Hall said, wasn't it? Because Scott Hall said, "Oh, you know, I served in the military or whatever." And he was like, "I should get this man in camouflage."
Yeah, I see you as G.I. Joe.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Vince! Jesus Christ! Yeah, but he is so strong. He ragdolls Kofi down. There's a bit of battle for the hot tag as Kofi builds the heat with a backdrop, but when he does reach the corner, Big E has been knocked off the apron by Sheamus. Another big European uppercut and a double team suplex gets 2. Kofi now avoids a charge and he's set for the hot tag. He makes it, but the crowd's crap, so Big E has to try and wake him up with 3 belly to bellies. I mean, he's really strong as well. And suplex to Cesaro. There's a big Uranagi to Sheamus in the corner. He gets a 2. There's a big knee to avoid a spear from the apron and a running Shining Wizard style knee shot. Sheamus is in the face corner though, and a double stomp power bomb
Doomsday.
move. Yeah.
Doomsday stomp thing.
Gets a 2.
Big back stomp.
Roundhouse kick by Kofi to Cesaro, and the New Day are 2-on-1. Kofi is launched outside into Cesaro. Big Show is up to distract Big E. The spot does eventually lead to the Big Show hitting the knockout punch on Big E. The rightful winner of this match is the Big Show. The bar cover and
I'm sure Corey Graves said, "Oh, he didn't get all of it though."
Yeah,
Did he not?
yeah.
Well, he did. Sam, thoughts on this match?
I mean, it was okay. It was nice to see Big E again for a while.
Oh, I think they're a big show.
In a way, yes, because it was a nice surprise. Oh God, Big Show is it? But it was bad to be a bit slow in places, but it was okay. Nothing offensive.
Jack?
Yeah, I don't mind it. I don't get Big Show with the bar, but for some reason I enjoy it.
I love it.
But I don't really get it. But yeah, two really good teams. Yeah. You know you're going to get a decent match. They don't do anything bad. The crowd don't really help them by not reacting to anything, but what they do is fine.
Spoiler
and
alert.
It gets over Big Show as being with them and the heel bastard with them.
Yeah. I mean, this is a spoiler because it's the exact same comment that I'm about to make in the AJ Styles and Samoa Joe one, but these two can't really have a bad match because they've got so much chemistry. They're two really good teams, but this probably isn't in their top 50 matches that they have together because they don't need to, because why would you waste it on this crowd?
It's just a televised show.
Yeah, but for what they get us, they're just... look, I think the bar was just... They could have been your tops. And they were for a while, but you could have built a whole division around the bar.
Well, you could have done. I think the draft at this point kind of ruined it because you had the bar, you had the New Day, you had the Usos, you still had the Revival. I mean, that's 4 teams. You could have just built it around them.
Just cycled them round. Yeah. These are really good tag teams, and I thought it was okay. It was good, and to be honest, as I say, in my mind, this is almost like the start of the show because I've already retconned the opening 4 out of my mind. So a good start to the show. Johnny K's Miz cuts a second promo. He's got a sore throat now, which he blames on Jeff kicking him in the throat. He says tonight isn't about happy endings. Tonight is about Miz proving he is the best in the world, and it is absolute fact. Whoever walks out that arena with that trophy is the best wrestler there has ever been.
I agree.
Ring walks, and we're ready for our first semi-final match. It's The Miz versus Rey Mysterio. It's weird that Rey doesn't really sell the injuries that he's sustained, because I don't think we referenced it, but after the bell, Paul beat him down.
I'll go back to that. After he got beat up, when the announcer, when he was being carried out, the winner is Rey Mysterio.
It's really something.
Just so the Saudis.
Now you know.
Just so the Saudis who weren't paying any attention.
The guy in the match won.
Because they rang the bell, Orton beat the shit out of him, and then he's like, ladies and gentlemen, Rey Mysterio's the winner.
Took the entire thing right off. This doesn't bode well for
the
Rey
winner of this match is Rey Mysterio.
That was funny. Oh dear. Right. So it's Miz versus Rey Mysterio. Miz tries to steal a quick win with a roll-up, takes a kick to the face. Renee Young, I put here, absolute crap on commentary. Barely says much more than, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Flip Mysterio rolled through it.
Ray strangely isn't selling a thing from earlier until he water slides under the bottom rope.
That's a sausage. It's a great move.
The Samurai.
You take called them. The battered sausage.
It's more like a Samurai.
The Samurai. The sliding sausage. He loves that spot. He does that.
It is a really good move. I think that he does now remember to sell because he starts selling the ribs. There's a big alley-up style powerbomb by the Miz, and now Ray is going full on with his sell. There's a bow and arrow style submission, which is reversed into a quick 2 count. They moved the cup to the corner now instead of in front of the announce desk, which is weird because every now and again when they showed the cup, you'd see that one little Arabic commentator. No, it's not. But then later, when it's about to be won, they move it back in front of him.
I think they might have saw what happened to that big Greatest Royal Rumble trophy on the Raw where it just...
Did this one ever get smashed in the end?
I don't think so. He always had it in his office. The eventual win.
Dave Mojo Rawley do a promo with a load of kids on SmackDown showing him the trophy.
What a promo!
Why would you remember that? I can't remember that.
When we're going to do that? It's a
I don't know. I'm sure he did. And some,
Why did they
or
give
it
him
might
that
have been the Andre the Giant trophy when he
It
won
was
it.
that because he won.
He won
that.
it, there, yeah.
Yeah, but you know,
It would have been a fucking Andre. Wouldn't it? You wouldn't just go, here's a trophy I never won.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
how
it was
the
sort of
Albion,
the way
that
of
did that.
turning him heel and stuff or something.
No, it would have been the Andre.
Oh, okay.
There's a small murmur of a CM Punk chant as Ray is thrown under the bottom
So
rope.
weird.
Like, why do the Saudis give a shit about all that CM Punk bollocks?
Does he have a
yeah,
go at
Punk.
Miz, the once, though, at this point?
Nah, that
Or
was
was that
he
a
was
year
out
later
when he come back.
Yeah, when he not come back, but come back.
Yeah.
Before he got fired again.
Yeah.
Miz stretches Rey Mysterio in an abdominal stretch, which is managed to be reversed into a DDT. Ray rallies and the crowd almost make a noise as Ray hits a slingshot crossbody and Hurricane Rana.
There's a noise.
There's a middle turnbuckle Hurricane Rana and the 619 is set up, but Miz blocks it. He face plants Ray into the buckle, hits the skull crushing finale, but Ray does kick out for a 2. The yes, or is it called the hit kicks? The it kicks are done by the Miz, but Ray tries the same. Oh, no, awful. The same roll up from earlier. He doesn't beat the Miz though. But it does mean that he can hit the 619. He hits it, goes up top to hit the frog splash. But Miz gets his knees up, and because of the injured abdomen, Ray is rolled up fairly easily and beaten. Jack, thoughts on that?
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was alright. No problem with it whatsoever. So, yes, have that. I enjoyed it. I think they work well together, but Ray works well with anybody.
Yeah.
Miz is a very good heel,
Yeah.
especially when the crowd ain't very good. He'll do his best to get him into it. And, I mean, it's a weird winner in a sense, but probably the right winner.
Yeah, I think so. I think I would have had the Miz get through, especially. I mean, it does make a lot more sense later.
I know because of where it goes.
Yeah,
Without knowing anything that's happened, it probably felt a bit weird.
Without wanting to give away a spoiler, the semi-finals are 1,000,000 times better than anything we've seen, and not that anything we've seen at all so far has been that bad. But the two semi-finalists, the final matches are better than the rest of the tournament, at the very least.
Yeah, the tournament, yeah.
Yeah.
So none of that's amazing.
I brought my tit.
Oh, my tit.
That's what bloody Turk was doing, Ronnie, he knew.
That's what he's tapping, yeah. That's what he's saying. It's going to hurt there. Sam, thoughts on this?
It was alright. Obviously, they do work well together. I thought it was a bit too long, personally. But not bad.
Don't worry, there's one coming later that's 26 minutes. Fucking hell.
Yeah,
Yeah, but there's some great.
I can't wait to get to that. Let's just get there.
like Motley.
Let's just get there, for God's sake. We want to talk about it. All fills us in about the story that Shane has warned the Miz not to come home if he doesn't. He doesn't win that.
I don't get it. Why don't we care about the other 3 that have lost?
I don't know.
If you get to the final, but then lose, I'll fire you, but not everyone else.
I was going to say, was he
Not
having
Randy
a feud
Orton,
with
not
just
Mysterio.
Miz at this point or something? I don't know.
I don't know what he was doing.
He does have a
He
feud
just
now with
sweated,
Miz for
wasn't
about
he?
6 months, though.
Well, he tipped them with the tag belts.
With the tag.
And then he turned.
They beat the bar.
Yeah. They're better than the bar. Not only is somebody the
Shane McMahon
best
is a
in the
former
world,
SmackDown tag team
but he's the
champion.
best tag in the world as well.
There isn't much filler, really, in this card at all. They do sort of go from one match to another. So we get our ring walks for our second semi-final, which is Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins. We get a similar start to Dolph's second match as the first, with Matt work and the headlock. Seth clotheslines Dolph to the outside, and we treated to better shots of disinterested businessmen at the other side of the ring. Seth and Drew set up a match 5 years in the making before Dolph spiked DDT's Seth, as Cole keeps us telling us the story of Seth's injured neck. That is the title match, isn't it?
Yeah, the one of recording, yes.
Of recording, yes.
Is this the match or the one with Lashley where I think is it Corey or Cole just says to Renee about Ambrose, what happened there or something.
Yeah, he does
and
say
she
that
just
in the end.
completely ignores it.
Yeah. I think that was in the build to it. But
I don't know, but I want to.
I hate that kind of inside bullshit, though. Either go all in like AEW would be and not hide the fact that people are married, or just don't fucking reference it at all. I hate the way the WWE do it sometimes, where it's like, we'll let a little bit out, but like we won't ever acknowledge that they am together. So fucking no one cares. Like, I don't give a shit. Yeah. Well, and if it doesn't make any sense for storyline, and all you're going to do is make Renee feel flustered in trying to answer a question she wants.
That should have been her answer.
She is a bit olive oil there.
I won't say bloody Ambrose is
I know what he's getting out of a can. Anyway, Seth misses a dive, but kicks out at 2. Seth rallies with chops, but his elbow down. Cocky Dolph gets a 2 after a neck break. We get another load of near falls. I think they're just trying desperately to get some sort of crowd reaction. Seth tries
I'm just happy they're at the clock in the crowd and counting down with it like there was an Extreme Rule.
Seth hits a ripcord knee. There's a very close near fall, and Seth teases the stomp but slingshots Dolph to the outside. Hits a suicide dive onto both Drew and Dolph. Back inside, and Dolph nearly steals the win with his Fameasser. Seth hits a superplex, goes for the Falcon Arrow but sells the neck. He's hit with a zigzag, again, much like the last one where the skull-crushing finale was kicked out this time. The zigzag is now kicked out for the first time anyway, and gets a 2 count. Seth rallies, sent off the top rope by Drew, though. When he pops up, Dolph hits a super kick, and that's enough to beat Seth Rollins and make it heel versus heel in the final. Dolph versus The Miz. Sam, thoughts on this?
It was all right. Again, I thought it was a bit too long and slow in some places. But it was okay.
They had the match at the Backlash 2018, which we watched, didn't it? Because that was
Seth v. Miz.
Seth Miz.
Oh, was it Seth Miz?
Yeah. That's the one I had to do
that
commentary
match
for.
was better.
That was a lot better.
Yeah.
So was Bob v. Brett.
I thought that, I mean, these two are really, really good workers. They gave the crowd what they deserved to see, is what I would say, which is not a lot. Jack?
Yeah, I thought it was alright. I thought it was quite... they tried their best to get her interested. They found out that they weren't ever going to get interested, so we'll just do some grand moves. And then, I don't really like the finish of... I like that Drew's finally got involved in a match.
Yeah.
But then I think he's a bit weak that he just beats him with a super kick. Why not just not let him kick out of the zigzag and have him hit the zigzag?
I don't know whether they're purposely allowing him to win with a super kick, given the fact that the main event person he hits a super kick, so they're now trying to legitimise that as a finishing manoeuvre, because since that man retired, no one has won with a super kick. Yeah. So maybe that's the reason why. But I would have
far too deep,
possibly, and I would have done the switch. You know, when he got the near fall, I would have done it with a super kick. I would have won, because I just think there is something to be said about protecting finishes. But
just once in a while,
the other finish,
exactly the way
the roll up.
Dolph cuts a promo up the aisle. No one
up your aisle.
No one has ever given a damn about him. But the next time they see him, he'll be holding the trophy, and he will be officially the best in the world. We get a promo package for our WWE Championship match, and it's the Wendy. Fucking love that version of Samoa Joe. What a bastard!
You bastard! This promo package is for a feud that hasn't been going on because he's been fighting someone else.
Yeah, they've finished that feud, haven't they? They've done that.
In Australia, it was the end. Because it was the no old bar.
But this is because Daniel Bryan said, I ain't going to Saudi.
You're over there, mate.
Yeah,
because Cena was meant to be in this tournament.
It was him instead of Angle.
Well, my gut feeling
No, it was him instead of Lashley.
So it was him v Seth.
My gut feeling is that Bryan would have won the belt.
Yeah. I agree.
And
would have done what they do later on.
Yeah. Because he turned heel to win the belt.
Yeah, but it seems so weird that they went, well, we'll do the match.
It's stupid.
The Friday before or whatever.
Stupid.
And then just do it again after.
Well, it's just an excuse to have Samoa Joe come out to choke him, but again,
I know the core of control that Brian just went, I ain't good up there, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But it is a bit like, why don't you just say, well, we'll just wait and do it?
Did this card necessarily desperately need Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles? I wouldn't mind, but the crowd don't know Samoa Joe and AJ Styles are any different to 90% of them. Unless
the princes.
Unless they're wearing a red and yellow boa, they're interested.
Or the ones at the end.
Yeah. So Cole fills us in on the history of these two with the showdown down under, which is where Joe went through the table. And he hurt his knee apparently in that. But that was ages ago, wasn't it?
That was the last pay-per-view.
Oh, it was actually the last pay-per-view.
Last one.
So he has been selling the knee, and AJ works the knee early on with big shots. AJ pushes Joe into the ring post, and he's sent into the barricade by himself. Joe keeps AJ outside and hits a meaty suicide forearm. I mean, he bounces off the side of their announce desk. It looks stiff. Joe hits a charge and an enziguri kick in the corner, but AJ survives with a foot on the rope. AJ hits a step-up enziguri as the crowd react to something, but I'm not sure it's the match. There's an amazing float over DDT by AJ Styles. AJ gets some crowd reaction as he slingshots outside, hitting a forearm. The phenomenal forearm is teased, but Joe counters with a scoop slam for a 2. There's a massive clothesline which flips flips AJ Styles over. And we get another CM Punk chant. I don't know what's going on here.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, no one cares. The calf crusher is rolled into, but Joe makes the ropes fairly easily. And then out of nowhere, he locks in the Kakina clutch, but Styles, going back to the leg hold, the leg that he's been working, twists the knee and the ankle. AJ then hits a Pele kick and hits a phenomenal forearm for a fairly flat win, I would say. It wasn't. Yeah. It's I would say come out of nowhere, and I've been just saying you need to keep move strong, but I don't know. I don't know whether that felt like that should have been the ending. Jack, thoughts on the match?
I agree. I agree. The flat finish. It was just it was slowly building, and then that's it there. And we won, but it is a bit like. This feud has been done. It's finished. It's over. There was a nice little bow. There was a stiff match in the last one.
Yeah.
And now couldn't you have just had... I mean, if you desperately want the WWE title on the show, you could have just had Orton RKO him on the SmackDown, or just give it to somebody like that. You don't need to revisit a feud that you've just tied up. You could have switched Orton and Joe, and I think it would have been a bit more of a story.
100% agree. Like I said, you've had two people go out this tournament that might have just been. You could have had Jeff Hart just have a little dream match. You know, IA won for these sort of just put a dream match on there for the sake. But this is this fucking card. You know, just do some sort of random match like that.
With that, nobody's watching it for that, am they?
Yeah, I'd have put it against Bobby Roode because I like Bobby Roode. He's probably injured, but I would have. Well, I'd have just put him on there. I'd have said Bobby Roode versus AJ Styles.
I'd have just said Hogan's here.
Big Show's here.
Big Show's here.
Triple threat.
I've said it already what I think about this. If you lined up all 150 matches that these two have had against each other.
It'd be 151.
Yeah, this probably weren't the worst, but it certainly wouldn't be in the top 50 matches these have ever had.
Nah.
Sam?
Yeah, I've pretty much said the same thing. Decent match, but not their best.
Yeah. Acting GM of Raw, Baron Corbin heads out.
The Dark Day.
Yeah. Oh dear. Yeah, we get our ring walks for our Universal title match. It's the current vacant Universal Championship, and it's the former champion, Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Is he the one that Roman beat?
Yeah, beat much from my man.
And Braun hasn't yet won the title. No.
He only wins it because Roman can't be bothered to turn up during COVID.
He's lucky that Roman was ill from time to time.
Yeah, twice.
What happened to Braun anyway? Is he sort of retired now? I
think he had neck surgery, didn't he? And he's
something like that.
Like
he's fucked.
Yeah, I don't know how bad it is, but it's been a long time. Just a little.
That was a random musical interlude.
It's better than his train noise.
So, Baron holds the title up before the bell in lieu of the referee, and as the bell sounds, just before the bell sounds, I should say, he waffles Braun with it. He demands the bell is rung, and Brock hits an F5. But Braun kicks out. So Brock hits a second F5, and he kicks out. And the third one, and he kicks out. So the fourth one, he just gets angry and goes, fuck off, and throws him over the top. And he can win the title by count out, which is a nice little quirk. But Braun does stumble in at 9. The only offense that Braun gets in this match is to put his boot up to stop a charging Lesnar. But as he walks out of the corner, he's quickly picked up in a 5th F5. And 5 F5s are enough to do it. And Brock Lesnar...
your full finish, mate.
Yeah.
You get 5 finishes.
That's it, yeah.
Depleted it then.
And Brock Lesnar...
If you can't beat him after that.
Quite rightly, is the only one with any sort of proper name value against the Universal title. Jack?
Well, it's not really a match. It's more of just a segment.
It was meant to be a triple threat, or he was meant to be with
the triple threat. But, I ain't really got that much of a problem with Brock getting the belt. Him trying to keep Braun as strong as you can by losing by having 5 F5s, and now you're making him a face to go off with Baron Corbin. It is what it is. It's a shit situation, and they've just gone, well, just give it to Brock because we trust him.
I'll put it as my match of the night. I just think it's the only thing that matters on this card, and I do everything absolutely right.
I don't know.
There's 2 things that are going to happen at that time.
Yeah, but I just think it is the only thing that you come out to the show, and if you only watch one thing, you just need to watch that little match and know that Brock's now your champion.
You need to watch the next thing to go, what has happened over in that Eastern land?
That was never winning match of the night. I just think everything they did was fine. It wasn't a proper match, blow for blow or anything, but Braun was kept very relatively strong even though he took a load of, he took all the finishes, kept kicking out, and had an out as to why he's lost, which is always difficult. See Omos, for instance, as how do you keep people strong when you're just feeding them to Lesnar? But I thought they did okay, and they did what they needed to, and I'll defend the fact that in this roster at this time, Brock Lesnar should hold the title until you build another star.
Or when Roman's back.
Yeah.
If he comes back.
Sam?
It was what it was. It was more of a segment than a match, really. It's just something they couldn't really control to give the belt to Brock.
True. The fireworks fly, and Cole tells us after this. I love this bit, right? So you got Survivor Series promoted, and it goes to Cole, and Cole tells us it's the one night a year where you have Raw versus SmackDown, just as he's about to announce a Raw versus SmackDown match for the best in the world. I just thought, come on, someone look after continuity. He's about to introduce Miz versus Dolph, for God's sake.
Silly.
You are cursed. Shane McMahon is out. Baron Corbin's hung around at ringside anyway, so they're the acting GM and the commissioner. Commissioner is higher than GM, am I right?
Apparently. I'm confused by that.
Well, he was sort of a constable and all.
He was just a cop.
Kurt was GM.
Kurt was GM, but he was
constable.
And then Alexa Bliss appeared for a bit.
Yeah, and Steph was commissioner, wasn't she?
But her decided to bugger off.
I'm going on vacation.
Did she ever come back in that role after?
I don't think so, no, because she just...
until, was it the end of the year where we're all the GM now?
Yeah.
We know it's been shit.
What is Baron Corbin? It's been shit.
We know it's been shit.
He's the only one you built.
Baron Corbin.
Wait a minute, we like you. It's everything else that's shit.
We get our ring walks, replays of the packs here. We get a big build as the ref throws out Drew McIntyre to make sure it's 1-on-1. Miz jumps Dolph before the bell starts, lays and stomps. I don't know.
It's off.
Dolph is thrown to the outside, and as Miz jumps out, he apparently blows out his knee, which is funny.
Foreshadowing.
You're right, cuz. So Miz
He
whips
was in
Dolph
that
into
smoke with him.
in the steel stairs. The crowd silence, and not because I think they care, but just because they don't really know what's going on or care.
That's weird.
Miz can't get inside. There's plenty of stalling. It goes on like fucking way too long. But eventually, Shane McMahon has a word with the announcer. He says, "Right, I'm taking his place," and it's now Shane McMahon versus Dolph Ziggler for the best in the world trophy.
Yes.
Corbin's not happy about it. And in fairness, is Cole a SmackDown only?
No, he's Raw at this point.
I have no
Is he
idea.
just-
I think Randy's Raw.
Yeah, because they're just all really pissed off at.
They are Raw,
is
yeah.
that why? Because
Yeah.
they're slightly pro Raw.
Well, it was the
They are
SmackDown
Raw, I
commentary.
think. All them. I think
At
them
this
three
point?
are Raw. I think it's like Tom. David Otunga was there for a bit, or JBL was there for a bit.
Mauro Ranallo.
Mauro
He was there for
Ranallo,
a
yeah,
bit.
but he was only there, and then JBL was a
Bullied
twat.
him.
No, that's never.
I think
happened.
it is just the Raw commentary they are.
Well, maybe that's why then. For kayfabe reasons, they really do shit on Shane for doing it.
You bastard!
I love the fact that Shane has underneath his leather jacket a vest, which is amazing.
It's hot out here.
Corbin is sent to the back.
I'm sweatier than normal.
Which again is not Cole's not very happy with. Dolph hits a zigzag and nearly steals a win from Shane. As I say, all the commentators are pissed off about this. Dolph claws the face of Shane. Shane hits a float over DDT, sends Dolph into the turnbuckle, hits a coast to coast, and Shane McMahon is officially the best in the world. His act is brilliant. He's so over the top. The thing is, when Shane was in the Attitude Era and he won the European title and he used to do that, it suited because he looked young.
He was a
cocky.
weedy.
When he does it when he's an old man.
Great.
Old fat sweaty thumb.
It's funny. It is good to see, but it's really out of
He
place.
hasn't turned heel,
Yeah.
so it's like he's a bit like, what the fuck?
So he's obviously heel now, I think.
Well,
I don't-
then
No,
dropping
that's
the
he's
seeds.
even made some face.
So he does sort of become he's dropping the seeds of becoming heel because he's always loving the trophy and everything like that.
He's getting mojo rolling to young
I
kids.
mean, look, it's a lot of bollocks, ain't really, in kayfabe boys, and everybody lost their minds on Twitter, which was amazing. But it is brilliant.
It's such a heel thing. I mean, the winner of this is obviously Vince because he's just being an absolute heel, isn't he?
Yeah.
Now we're going mad back home.
Maybe you can book the Rumble.
It's such a heel move.
Vince.
I mean, like I say, if you care about these things, really what you've watched is a 16-man tournament, which has won, but because it's been going on for ages,
Yeah.
not just these 8 men.
Yeah.
But you've watched 3 weeks worth of TV that's ended up with a man who wasn't in it and is the son of the promoter winning
Who's the commissioner
this-
of running the show?
and if it was Greg Garnier had done this, then everyone...
Well, rightly so. Greg isn't the best in the world, is he?
But because I don't give a shit, it's amazing.
No one cares, therefore it was good.
Yeah. Sam, do you care?
Not really. It's like when Big Show come out. It was like an horrible surprise that you like.
It's such a weird thing, though, that, like, did we really need Shane v. Miz? Like, what? No one was yearning for this.
Well,
feud.
no, I
It's
don't
such
quite
a
understand
strange-
how
I think
they've
it was a
decided
decent
that.
feud.
Yeah.
It's a decent match,
And let's
isn't it?
switch the roles of, he's now the face, Miz's face, and Shane's
And
the
Shane
heel.
now-
Dad both hate us. That was the thing.
Story.
Is that? Oh yeah, and then his dad.
And then
come
his
out
dad
there.
was there like that.
Fuck me. What a strange, what a run. What a year.
2018, 2019, 2020, maybe 2021 was shit.
The thing is, though, we've watched all that just to get to this point, haven't we? Really, because we've not even got close to finish. The marker still says 1 hour left.
When you see that. Oh God, they are.
We get the build.
20 minutes is the entrance.
It's unbelievable. We get the build for our
10
main
minutes is
event.
the build.
Yeah. Oh well. So
The build is very deceptive because you kind of think, you know what, this
could work.
This
yeah,
could
yeah,
work, and then you see him.
The This is the problem, isn't it? These four
With Shawn's
they're no wrestling, so they can tell a story, but then the bell rings.
You just realise it's not 2008.
Yeah.
It's 2018.
Yeah, well, 1998 for most of them, really. I mean, yeah, so basically the story is Triple H beat Taker in Australia mainly because of Shawn getting involved in it. And then after the bell, despite showing them the respect. Brothers of Destruction chokeslammed them or tombstone them or something or other. And then basically that built up this match. Shawn took that personally. He stayed in retirement because of respect to Taker, but because he's been shown no respect, he's now out of retirement. At least that kind of ties up that little bit.
No respect and a big boatload of money.
I like the sit-up spot by Taker where he's got really girly eyes. Fucking brilliant. Oh, I love it. Just amazing. Well, he's got like the girl eyeshadow in it.
Yeah. And he's got the that he's clearly clinging on to. He probably should have got rid of that.
He got rid of it shockingly, that man. Just stick with the ball. Look, it works for Shawn, doesn't it? Cue ball, homeless Shawn.
Yeah, but Shawn
no longer looks like he's the worst bald man I've ever seen, Shawn Michaels.
Well, Shawn
really
started to try and grow his hair back now, eh?
I think he looked better like the sort of,
Skinner.
Yeah, I like Skinner. It suits him now because he is a bit of a Skinner.
He is a bit of he's a bit
Play
of
a new gimmick now. You don't have to be a sexy boy. Be a swamp man.
Swamp man.
Right, are you ready? DX,
are you ready?
Get the ring walk and glow sticks aplenty. Kane looks fucking tired, and he's a big old meat truck in 2018.
I nearly said president. Is he mayor? He is mayor of Notts County.
He is mayor at that.
That's why he had to rush to put his mask on in the hope that no one would fucking know. I'm supposed to be working.
Yeah, I got to fly back. I got to meet, and he comes in his full suit. Right. What are we doing?
And there is no more impressive entrance than The Undertaker's. It is amazing. And we are ready to go. Cue ball, Shawn, looks very odd. Triple H and Kane are starting us off, it seems. Kane no-sells a right hand, and we're already stalling a bit. Kane with a throat chop to Triple H in the corner, and followed by a running clothesline. Did you hear what Cole said? He said... Shawn's come out of retirement to fight the Kane.
The Kane?
He called him the Kane.
I'm sure he fought him at Unforgiven 04.
The Kane.
The Kane.
And Shawn is in, he lays in chops and hits a net breaker. Kane sits up though, and Kane then stumbles back to avoid sweet chin music, and Shawn goes all goofy. That is a good spot though, because obviously the build is Taker versus Shawn again.
I really like the spot of, Taker slowly tags in and then facing off. The crowd don't realise
it's the wrong time.
My only issue with this little start is they should have built to Shawn tagging in a lot more, because he wrestled for so
ages.
long.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, exactly.
And it should be with.
It should come in and
little does he know that for the rest of the match he's doing all the heavy lifting.
The workhorse.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, I do like the concern in Shawn's eyes. Hang it with Taker, and then just showing him no respect and doing the crotch chop and
respect.
He's big booted down now. He's hung up, and Triple H takes a corner bump over Shawn as he's hung in the corner, and that's where it happens.
I've ripped my tit.
That is the moment this match is fucked. Because he legitimately is fucked. Shawn is sent out to the outside. They have a chat, and I think this is where Triple H is basically telling him he's torn his pec. His pectoral is off the bone.
I'll lift my arm. Can we go 25 minutes?
How should have called an audible. Get the fireworks ready. I'm taking a joke slam and going home.
How long's left, Shawn? 25 minutes. Oh, fucking hell.
So old school to
his big show around.
Old school by Triple H.
Even Shawn getting the band back together from 2005.
Old school to HBK, who now will be doing all the heavy lifting. Triple H has one arm. He's tagged in though. To be fair, Taker obviously tries to protect him a little bit and allows him to work on his left side. But it just is so obvious. Anyone who's ever watched wrestling, why is he now doing random chops in the wrong way?
Chopping me.
DDT by Triple H allows him to get some respite on the outside. Shawn keeps up, he lays in atomic drops, and Triple H comes in to do a help with a double suplex, but he can't fucking lift. So basically, it's just Shawn trying to suplex Kane. There's a big elbow by Shawn, and the band is tuned up but blocked. Kane hits a choke slam, Snake Eyes, and a big boot by Taker for 2. Shawn desperately hits Sweet Chin Music, but Taker sits up, and we go outside. Taker sets up the announce table. There's a weird spot as Triple H tries to work around his injured back, but he tries to reverse whip him. But he can't do anything with that side. He just goes in with him. He just sort of rolls in.
Doing his loud
rip. It looks so awful.
At that point, I thought, oh, it's really tight there.
Yeah, he has to take a choke slam through the table. We've still got 15 minutes left. Taker lays in a leg drop on the apron. It still gets worse, doesn't it? Shawn is properly isolated as Taker and Kane choke down on Shawn with boots. Kane goes up top, but Shawn blocks it. Shawn reverses, sending Taker into the post on the outside. And then Kane and Shawn have a wrestle on top of the turnbuckle. And for the very first time I can ever remember in any Kane match ever, his mask just falls.
And his hair.
It don't just like fall. It's literally there 1 second and gone the next. It's like
it gets dropped on the floor.
How did that happen?
It's like a proper. It's like one of them quick, the magicians do quick change.
I am now Glenn.
He's now corporate Kane again. It's brilliant. The match is cursed. Outside, Shawn hits a moonsault on top of Taker and Kane, and he barely grazes that, to be fair.
I'm going to say.
But I love that, because he hits it to unmasked Kane. They show the replay. As soon as they come back from replay, he has his mask back on in exactly the same position. It's unbelievable. Magician Kane.
The Kane.
Triple H is back. Well, sort of. He gets the hot tag, but he's absolutely fucked. Face planter and spine buster to Undertaker. The pedigree is eventually hit. Taker locks in Hell's Gate, but Shawn hits a super kick to Kane, who falls on to Taker, stopping the hold. There's a quadruple down, but the Brothers Destruction sit up. They set up and tease tombstones, but both of them are reversed after Shawn pokes the eye of Kane. And Shawn hits a sweet chin to Taker. Triple H hits whatever it is to Kane. I think it's supposed to be a pedigree. And DX have won. Not only that, Shawn looks like he's broke his nose now.
Oh, with the blood underneath.
They're in the corner.
Oh, God. We fucked that up, bro. Taker's going to want one more match after this. And it's going to be Goldberg.
Get Bill on the phone.
Oh, God.
It's sad. I mean, look, anyone who decided to put them 30 minutes, they was going to go through the hits and then get out of there. That's all they need to do.
So
do your choke slams, do your super kicks, do your crotch chops, get in, get out. But it went on and on and on and on. And obviously Triple H is injured, so Shawn's got to do all the heavy lifting, which makes his comeback less special because he can't just do his hits. He's got to work the whole like all of it. It was just
for 8.5 years.
An absolute car crash. Absolute and utter car. It was wonderful in many ways.
It is.
But it was an absolute car crash.
Yeah, so beautiful. I absolutely loved it for all the wrong reasons. I mean, I've got no problem with it existing in terms of until the bell ring. The problem is obviously Triple H ripping his teeth. And they didn't build to Shawn getting in as strongly as they should have.
Yes.
But obviously the bloke who's been working for 20 years or whatever, sort of relatively...
He's the most in shape.
Yeah. And he's the one who gets injured.
Yeah.
So that's what really did it.
And then they should have just gone, look, I mean, the show's already been 3 hours and a bit. They've already had enough. Just
knock it on the head,
Just do another 5 minutes and get out of there.
Yeah.
Why have we got to get 20 minutes?
Don't make
It shouldn't have been half hour anyway. because they ain't going to be able to do it. So it was it just really died so spectacularly and beautifully, and I loved it.
Did Triple H have a match at Mania?
Batista.
It's amazing how he got back into shape. Having injured his pectoral.
What happened in the Batista match? All they did was rip his nose ring.
Well, give me what I want. We might be back for that, haven't we?
That's 35 minutes and all. 35, yes. It's the longest match, obviously.
That's the one where Batista trips up, eh?
Yeah. That's his last match.
Yeah, this is a wonderful cataclysmic cacophony of shit. And that's all I will say.
That's your closing poem of the day.
Yeah.
Isn't that the genius? This is. So, there you have it, folks. That is Crown Jewel 2018 done. Jack, thoughts on the card and the show as a whole?
Oh, it's shit. I mean, it's crappy because the tournament is rendered pointless, but it is beautiful in how it ends. The tag match is terrible, but it is what the show is about, and everything else, apart from there is a new Universal Champion, none of it really does matter that much. Well, Shane, you have to know that Shane.
You've crowned the best in the world, and you've crowned a new champion. Sam?
Yeah, it's just the same as all the other shows.
That's only the second one, though, worry.
Yeah, it's just you knew these was going to have some sort of gimmick. This was the tournament. The last one was the Rumble.
Yeah. I mean, I'll put that. The pay-per-view just dampens the product, I think. That's the problem. And you've just had this deal, which you ain't going to turn down. It's, a lot of money. Whatever anyone can... Well, you want to talk about... Shows. You can talk about politics all you want and stuff, but you'd have to be a real fucking brave businessman to turn down the amount of money that they want to give you to put on your product.
Yeah.
But they haven't found a way of doing it to fit into the current landscape of WWE, because they kind of want to do certain things, but they ain't that committed to do... Because this is still Vince, and Vince has still got that mindset of, we don't change belts outside of the US very often, and you can tell...
Unless it's a minor belt that no one gives a shit.
WWE did. AJ won it in England, eh?
Yeah, but that's because Brock...
But you know what I mean. In general... He's got a sort of insurrection, fucking rebellion vibe when he's doing outside of it. So I think they know they've got to give him a bit more than that, but they ain't fleshed this out. The whole concept of the best in the world, as much as it's enjoyable with how it finishes, and it does generate a little bit of a storyline, it's a bit fucking overplayed. And I think there was an element of, we're given the greatest Royal Rumble. One of the things the fans have clamoured for is a King of the Ring style tournament. We'll do a tournament, but no one wanted this tournament. And I don't like the SmackDown v Raw aspect shit anyway. That sort of stuff bugs me. So yeah, I mean overall, and then like I say, what should have been at the very least a good nostalgia match for your main event ends up in absolute car crash. This is all going on at a time where WWE is absolute dog shit of a product. It needs a refresh. It needs a bunch of new characters. It needs to get rid of some of the old stale characters. And I know you hate it, but it needed competition. It needed competition.
Oh, I was going to say that. I ain't a fan, but it needed it.
That was doing good brand words, I'm sure.
So, match of the night. Well, I've already said what my match of the night is, which is Braun versus Brock.
I mean, there ain't really many matches. I can't pick Shane because it's I'll go Seth v Dolph.
I'm going to go Orton Ray.
Yeah, that was a good match.
Because at least I had a bit of enjoyment, and then it went.
The worst match? Well, I've got to say the main event.
Yeah, the main event.
Yeah, it's the main event.
MVP?
I mean, Shane's up there.
I'll put Shane. It's got to be Shane, because Brock doesn't necessarily come out any stronger even with the belt.
I'll tell you
Shane now has a new layer of a character. I don't know what's going on, but it's wonderful.
I'll go Miz, because I think he really did turn it in. He phoned it in on that pay-per-view.
Definitely Shane for me.
I've got to get Shane.
LVP?
Well, everybody in that main event, really.
Well, they all come out, and if you ever thought that there was much left in the tank after that, you were left with absolute no doubt that Taker, Kane, and Shawn, and probably Triple H have had their better days.
I'd probably,
they've got.
if I'm going to pick one out of them, I'll go Sean purely because he come out.
He'd come out of the time.
Yeah.
He'd
I feel
said,
sorry
doing it for ages.
Even though he was the best in the match.
I feel sorry for Shawn because
he regrets it.
Yeah, and I think they did try and give you that little storyline of I'm only going to come out of retirement because you have been disrespected by the man who I respected enough to stay in retirement. That is a good enough hook. But then the match after, no matter how you look at it, it's like it's a bit like Ric Flair in it, you know. Someone he can't possibly be proud of the fact that he's come out of retirement to have a die in the ring.
Oh, he wants another one though, apparently.
Yeah, he wants more.
Well, thank you, Rick, for keeping our podcast going.
He'll be jumping off the barricades now with Sting's
he was Sting's present. If I was Sting, I'd
off his face with Darby Allin by the end of the week.
Do you want to work darts?
To avoid Flair. It's fucking great.
Oh dear, there you go. But we take the unenviable test now of taking Crown Jewel 2018 and trying to rebook it better. I'm going to tell you flat out that I've got 3 lines of dialogue, so I'll save me till.
I've got a tournament.
Well, I'm always a second anyway in this sense, so. I'll start with you then with your tournament.
Okay, you want to say like it's a World Cup, that can be the hook, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't call it King of the Ring because of Crown Jewel because, you know, people get pissed off and just say, it's the World Cup, whatever. So 16-man tournament.
Is it the whole show?
The whole show because I did initially have other matches and then I thought, you know what, let's just make the tournament easier. And I did try and get one person from different countries because it's a World Cup.
Yeah.
We can't just have Ray as the only non-American in this.
I can't wait to see. I know a few,
countries.
but you've got to find 16.
Yeah. Okay,
so.
first round, first match.
Yeah.
Representing Mexico, Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Versus representing Bulgaria, Rusev.
Yeah.
Was he on the pre-show in V Nakamura?
In Naka.
Was that the US title match?
Yeah.
Was.
Ray watch that now.
Yeah, Ray wins.
Match of the night.
Next match, representing Ireland, I probably wouldn't agree with it, so, is Finn.
Yeah.
Or you can have Sheamus, one of the two. Oh, hang on, I've got Sheamus
You're
here.
rebooking.
Oh, I've got 2 Ireland. One of them could be Northern Ireland. Representing Switzerland, Cesaro.
Yeah.
Cesaro wins. Next match, representing Scotland, it's Drew. Versus representing Ghana, Kofi. Drew wins. Next one, representing Japan, Shinsuke. Versus representing Pakistan, Ali. Ali wins.
Was he in the company at that
He
point?
was in the cruiserweight division. You
Yeah.
put Ali over the US
Look,
champ.
you'll wait to see who wins it.
Ali.
Mansoor.
Yep.
He's got to anyway,
Yeah,
He
exactly.
wore around then, though.
Well, he come out on the greatest Royal Rumble, didn't he? So.
Yeah, I know, but he'd had it signed there.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's still
but
in the
look,
company.
he's Saudi Arabia, who gives a shit? On booking list, like no one cares. Representing America, Big E.
Yeah.
Why not? Versus representing Samoa, Jey Uso, why not? Just pick one.
Where's Samoa Joe?
Jey Uso. Big E wins that. Representing Canada, Chris Jericho. You got to have some star. He was in the Great Rumble, but he hadn't signed with Japan.
Okay.
He was just there, doing it. So again, just keep money and everything. And it's a big star, right? You can have. Jericho wins. He fights Sheamus. That's the one I've just realised I've got Ireland twice. So okay. Ireland extra special. Representing England, Tyler Bate, because there was the UK thing at the time, wasn't there?
Yes.
There was.
Yeah, they
They're fully started, but I think
it was the tournament was beginning of 2017.
No, I mean the actual show.
The show, yeah. He was signed.
But he was signed anyway.
Well, he was the champ, wasn't he?
Yeah. So he's representing Australia, Murphy, who I think was the cruiserweight champ at this point. He won it in Australia.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
And this is where I've got to carry on the
Saudis
story.
will never fucking talk to you again. They give you all this money, and you put Murphy versus fucking Tyler.
It's a first round match.
No, I'm doing
Tyler
the
Bate
business.
wins. Sure, I've got to put him over. And the next match, I love this match. Representing Iran, Davari, whichever one you want, versus representing Saudi Arabia, Mansoor.
Make 'em
Big
wait.
Pop.
Yeah.
Big Pop,
Does it come
Mansoor.
out on the carpet?
Well, they can both fight on the carpet. The quarterfinals, Ray v Cesaro, Ray wins. Drew v Ali, Drew wins. Big E v Jericho, Big E wins. And Tyler Bate v Mansoor, Mansoor wins. You know where this is going to
I do.
go. Semi-finals, Ray v Drew, Drew wins. Big E v Mansoor, Mansoor wins. And Mansoor beats Drew in the final because why not?
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Send the crowd home.
They don't care in the front row, so why should I give a shit? There you go. I know.
Well, I mean, I can't criticise you, Sam, because you've took the time to write out a rebooking. My rebooking. As I said, I've watched it. I did have a think. I thought I could go through the card. I could change different things, and I just thought I don't think I would change anything. The only thing that I would do is I would cut it down to 3 hours, and I would cut the quarterfinals, and that'd be it. Because I just think when you've got no Dean, you've got no Cena, you've got no Roman,
You got no fans.
no Kane. The main event has to be the main event. I think the only thing I might do differently, based on what Jack said, is I might have not just thrown Samoa Joe back into a really cold feud. That's finish.
Put him against Big
So
Show.
as Randy Orton then is not going out. Well, no, because I'm keeping Big Show and Bar. I love that team.
Yeah,
I
but you
probably
could have
love
them
it.
have all the belts. Big Show and
I
Jeff.
think I might have put Randy Orton. I might have put Jeff Hardy. Everything else I'm happy with, and I'm actually even happy with Shane doing his sort of heel thing. Because if you're going to do it, you might as well then immediately shit on it because no one cares about it anyway. So
You've already paid us.
yeah, so it's the weirdest time where I didn't particularly enjoy the pay-per-view, but wouldn't change pretty much anything. Jack.
So, I've changed stuff. So, my rebooking does feature a tournament.
Yeah.
It would have been the best in the world, but because of everything that happened with Roman, it's now become the best in the universe.
Okay, for the title.
Well,
Is Max Moon
it's
in it
become
representing Uranus?
basically Brock and Braun are in the final, and the 4 quarterfinals become basically qualifiers into a 6-way later in the show.
Oh, okay. 6-pack challenge.
So it's a 6-pack for the belt. And I'm keeping the 2 SmackDown sides, even though they're not on. The belt's on Raw, but the 2 SmackDown are still in it.
The quarters, yeah.
Yeah. So, Ray versus Orton, keeping that. Ray wins. Joe is going to fight Jeff instead of The Miz, and Joe is going to win.
Okay.
Bobby Lashley is going to fight Bobby Roode, and Bobby Lashley wins. And Finn Balor is going to fight Jinder Mahal. Oh yes, I'm flying him over.
Oh, I forgot to put him for India. There you go, he replaces Finn. There you go. Sorry, Jack.
Finn wins.
Yeah.
So Finn, Bobby, Lashley, Rey Mysterio, Samoa Joe, Braun and Brock is your title match later. US title match is up next. It's Shinsuke Nakamura versus Rusev. I would have Rusev win the belt. Just give him a title change, give him something.
Is this Rusev Day?
This is Rusev Day. Shin's had it for a little while. He drops it by accident later on to R-Truth, which is amazing.
And then do we lose it straight away to...
No, he holds it for a few weeks until he loses it to Joe. Next match, 6-man tag. It's the Big Show and the Bar versus the New Day, the full tandem. Big Show and the Bar are going to win. My next match is for the Raw Tag Team titles. It's Seth Rollins on his own, because DNA flying over. I ain't interested. Do it on your own. Versus Dolph and Drew.
I've got principles. I will drink another man's blood, but...
Where are you going over there?
But I ain't spilling it.
No, he's turned heel. Yeah, get on the plane. I ain't interested. Versus Dolph and Drew. Dolph and Drew are going to win the titles back from Seth on that show. Special referee match now. It's Shane McMahon versus Baron Corbin. It's Raw General Manager versus SmackDown Commissioner.
Yeah, what a match.
I would have an angle where Raw gets to have the referee is a Raw referee, but SmackDown gets to choose who that representative from Raw is.
Yeah.
And it ends up being Mr. Kurt Angle as the special guest referee. And then Baron Corbin would put the stipulation on Kurt that if Baron Corbin doesn't win this match, he's going to fire him.
Okay.
Shane McMahon wins, so Kurt Angle will be fired later and he'll come back and Raw. Universal title match is Brock, Braun, Lashley, Finn, Joe and Ray. You can get a good length of match out of it because there's 6 people and Brock's going to win, obviously. Warranty. Main event, I'm keeping it. It's the XP Brothers of Destruction. On paper, it's fine. In execution,
a Reebok, the tits break.
I'd like to say, don't rip your tit, but if it's going to rip, do it like that.
I'm going to rip a beautiful.
It was a beautiful.
DX, well, they've got to go over because of Shawn.
Yeah. I mean, no.
Or have you come out
one thing that did happen right in that match is the winner was right.
Yeah.
But if you feel that you could have rebooked Crown Jewel 2018 and done it differently or better, let us know on our website, which is bettercallcreative.org, our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/BCCpod, or our Twitter, which is @BCCpod. We round out the episode, as we always do, with a fantasy card, and we are not above taking blood money from a Saudi prince. So we are doing a fantasy card just for you, slap tit Sultan man.
Slap tit Sultan.
So basically, you can book it with dead people if you want. You can. Well, it's basically what they would want.
Yeah.
In a fantasy card against what they might then get from a fantasy card. Do we all get 6 this year?
Yeah, they say hard.
Jack will open with you there because he's so confident over there.
Yeah. Oh, match 1, Big Show versus Great Khali.
Yes, big bastards.
Great Khali will win.
My match 1 is the Dudley Boys versus the second most decorated tag team is LOD, but then they realise they're dead, so they send in the Ascension. And
Animal was still alive at this point.
Was he? They're sending Animal and Victor, and the Dudley Boys win. I'm glad that he was alive.
He was alive in 2018. He died in 2020, I think Animal did.
Did he?
Yeah, I think so.
Long live Animal.
Yes. My first match, Kane v Big Show. So this is booking as if it's 2018.
Yeah.
So Kane v Big Show. Big Show's going over because it was a nice surprise.
I ain't booked it.
No, me.
Oh, yeah, that's why I want you to remember these matches.
Match 2, Demolition versus LOD, because they want LOD.
Oh, you must stole yours.
Well, you've sort of stole it, but they have sent LOD, but it's Heidenreich and the Pale Warrior.
I thought you were going to say the paralysed Dross.
Dross is wielded. Axe and Smash with.
No, they wanted Smash and Crush. They wanted Crush.
Yeah, you've got to have Axe. We don't want Axe.
Sorry, they've got to have Axe.
They've got Crush and Blast.
My next match, 6-man tag. It's Wayne Barrett and then
Wayne Barrett.
They've sent the wrong brother. It's Wayne Barrett, and they've sent 2 heel footballers. It's Jordan Henderson and Sadio Mane. Versus Pat McAfee, Cristiano Ronaldo, and continuing his feud with Barrett, Wayne Rooney.
Oh, he'll be over. When he gets sacked by Blues, he'll be over there.
And I'm putting over Rooney because he needs a bit of joy in his life at the moment.
Yeah, getting any at the moment.
No.
He's already in bed. Right, 2018, Bret Hart v Mick Foley. Imagine that.
Yes. What a beautiful match.
4 out of 10.
Who's falling off and dropping the... Is just Foley fall off and his mask fall off? And then he turns into Dude Love.
Foley won't fall off the carpet.
Go on, because you've said that, Foley's winning.
Greatest Intercontinental title match ever, Gunther v Honky Tonk.
Just to make sure this is official. Whoever wins this...
Best in the world.
Best in the world.
But does Honky have to take the chops?
Well, I'm sure Honky's winning, isn't he? He's ending the streak, isn't he?
It's true. The title's up
share it.
Draw.
They release a duet LP. My next match is Sting's last match, because obviously he's announced his retirement as of time of recording against Ric Flair's last match. And,
I mean it this time.
Ric Flair's last breath.
and obviously Ric Flair will have to lose because he'll probably be dead halfway through it.
Right. My next match, Fatal 4-Way, again 2018. It's Randy Orton versus Batista versus Triple H versus Ric Flair.
Yes.
And Flair's the only one who has to work because all the rest get injured.
They all hurt the tit.
They all hurt each
He
other.
chops every one of them. Everyone, he knocks the tit out.
Yeah. And Flair wins by survival.
Flair wins by survival.
Yeah, survival.
John Cena v Justin Bieber.
Oh, fuck.
Why not? It was supposed to
Well, it would
happen,
happen,
wasn't it?
wouldn't it? Yeah. I think
I
it was.
supposed to happen once on the
Yeah, it was
wasn't it?
Big Show again. Big Show, Cena and Justin Bieber v the Wyatts.
Oh shit!
That was going to have him pin the Wyatt. One of the Wyatts.
Jesus.
Probably Eric Rowan.
Cena wins.
My next match is Shane and the Saudi Prince versus Miz and Maurice, so the Saudi Prince can pin a woman. So Saudis go over women. Again.
Next match. My next match is Goldberg v Brock.
Yep.
Why not? And, this is a draw because none of them want to lose in Saudi.
Implode.
Hogan Flair.
Yes.
Hogan wins.
Mansoor wins.
That's all that needs to be said.
Mansoor wins 100-man Royal Rumble.
Fucking hell. Oh, Daddy?
Yes.
I guess Daddy
Give me the 100. Last eliminate Babatunde. It makes you feel better.
It's a triple threat. It's Kurt Angle.
Yes.
There's Chris Jericho. There's Eddie Guerrero. And then that old Eddie Guerrero's
But we've got you a job.
Yes. So Chavo wins.
We've got you Hector.
Two biggest stars in the history of wrestling in the main event. It's The Rock versus Mansoor. Mansoor goes over, obviously.
Of course. My main event is the biggest wrestling match there's ever been. It's obviously Hogan versus Andre, but Andre's dead, so Big Show comes out, but he's got to be dressed as Andre with a wig.
And pretend that he's Andre.
He's got to pretend he is Andre, so he's got to wrestle worse than he is.
Well, he already walks like him.
Yeah. Hogan obviously goes over. It's Hogan.
And my last match is Shawn B. Taker. Just take away Kane and the one who could work with him. Saggy
I
Tit.
half think the match would have been better if it was
Shawn
just Taker
Taker.
versus Shawn.
I think I've got to put Shawn over.
There you have it, folks. But if you feel that you could have satisfied the Saudis better, taken their money and given them something to cheer about, and given something to be interested about, let us know on our website, which is bettercorecreative.com, our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/BCCpod, or our Twitter, which is @BCCpod. We are now off to go and bank that blood money and spend in the last days before Christmas. And we wish all our listeners a very Merry Christmas from Better Core Creative. But we will have one stop before we wave farewell to 2023. And the true way to end the year of wrestling is with Starcade. That's the right way, and that's the way it should always be. We are checking out the hottest year in WCW history, or one of at the very least, 1998 Starcade, which has a stellar card featuring one match, really. Nothing else matters. Jerry Flynn!
The Thunderfoot.
Are you looking forward to
Thunderbat.
Are you looking forward to Starcade 98? What a way to wave goodbye to 2023.
2023, 2024 now looks so good.
Don't worry, 2024 will feature Bloody Mania, so we'll be back there.
Bloody Mania and XPW.
Yes, yeah, you'll regret saying goodbye to 2023 when you see what we've got to go.
Bring back 2020.
But that leaves me to say, from the Crown Prince of Jingle Bells himself, it's Jack Jones.
Goodbye.
And from jolly old Saudi Santa, it's Sam Chan.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, folks.
Merry Christmas.
Travel the world and join us now. It started
it with a tweet. Call every superstar from both SmackDown and Raw. And don't forget NXT. And don't forget NXT. The universe shall hear us sing.
You want to join in? Ew, I'm busy. It's Blissmas season.
Joy to the world, the champ is here. Which Bella did he bring? Here's Charlotte with her flair, Becky straight for like hair, and Sasha with the bling, and Sasha with the bling.
And my voice will echo through every grave.
When mistletoe goes up, your mouth goes.
Joy to the world,
It's Rose and Day.
no, that is not a thing. Hey, Shinsuke Nakamura, oh wow, this night is glorious. New Day won't stop twerking, New Day won't stop twerking. Please make the New Day stop twerking. Joy to the world, monsters and men, and cruiserweights and G's.
How you doing?
Naomi brought the glow.
I ate the yellow snow.
I hope you rest in peace. I hope you rest in peace. One final stop, Suplex City. Joy to the world, the beast is home. And now we are complete. Yes, every superstar from both SmackDown and Raw. And don't forget NXT. And don't forget NXT. Happy holidays.